with a statement.
Yeah. Congrats to West Virginia. They played terrific, especially on the defensive end. Really made things difficult for us. Ross has done a heck of a job so far with his team, especially establishing an identity on the defensive side. I'm disappointed in how we played. It was our first time on the road in a hostile environment in a big-time game like this, and we didn't handle it well. We'll learn from this. We'll get better from this. It'll be something that'll help us, but we've got to understand the things that we need to do to improve. We have to have competitive stamina, throughout a game. I actually thought we got off to a good start. The first 14 minutes of the game, 13 and a half minutes, I thought we did a good job and put ourselves in a position, had a 7-point lead. And then from about the 6.5-minute mark, maybe the 7-minute mark, they went on a 15-0 run, ended the half on a 17-2 run. That's where we have to have the competitive stamina to defend better, to execute better offensively. And then it just spiraled from there. We had a moment in the second half where we got it to 10, where we had a little bit of momentum. We had some empty possessions, and then I allowed my emotions to get the best of me. And so I apologize to my team for that. But, again, congrats to West Virginia.
Questions for Damarco.
Damarco, I guess, when you guys did cut it to 10, you guys had some momentum. What do you think went wrong in that moment right there?
First, I want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for just protecting us. Everybody left off the court today under their own will, so that's most important. But to answer your question, we kind of lost our head. Like Coach said, it was our first time on the road, Like I said in the huddle earlier, but I maybe didn't emphasize it enough, and I take that on the chin as well. Just understanding that every mistake on the road is bigger when you're on the road. You know what I'm saying? A turnover might seem like just a turnover, but when you're on the road, it's way bigger, and it seemed to spiral. So I feel like we just got to go back to the drawing board, understanding that road games is harder to win when you're starting to play this high-level competition.
Damarco, 1 for 9 tonight. What led to some of the struggles for you shooting-wise?
It's life, man. You miss. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the drawing board. Keep shooting the same shots, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I went 1 for 9. That wasn't planned, but I got to figure out other ways if I'm not making shots to still win a game. I can't just win only games when I'm scoring. So I just got to adjust better, that's all.
Damarco, how do you think Amari handled the pressure today?
Amazing. He's a pro. It's not like we surprised that he went out there and he scores 5 for 10, had 11. We should have gotten the ball even more. Like I said, that's on me. I should have seen, he loved these big moments. He worked so hard. He a hard worker. He loved these moments. He loved the light. So I should have knew that going into the game. We finna play off Mari, So like I said, I take this on the chin.
Damarco, why did you guys start so well in the game? You're up 7, but then things just kind of go out of control, as Coach said. Why do you think that happened in the end?
We was just juiced up. It's a rivalry game. It's a big crowd. It's our first time playing on the road. So we were just happy to play, you know what I'm saying? And we're a defensive team. I know today it kind of didn't look like it, but that's our identity, and we don't care what the critics say or what people say. That's our identity. We just kind of lost track of that. We got too high. That's exactly what it was.
How do you feel the team's communication was tonight in this environment?
Great. It was good. We just had a little mental lapses, that's all. Everybody individualized, when somebody make a mistake, they're like, dang, I made that mistake, I got to get it back, instead of sticking with the game plan. We was talking, it was just, we wasn't overly locked in, as in picking each other up, like, it's good, forget the turnover, bro, you good, stick to the game plan. We started to get individualized when it came to our mistakes.
What's the biggest lesson you can take from a game like this moving forward as it's early in the season?
How we going to respond? Everybody going to lose, but how you respond. That's all.
Good? Yep. Thanks,
Damarco. Good day.
Questions for Coach?
Rest of y'all night.
When West Virginia kind of started having that success, that big run at the end of the first half, they were going inside a lot of high-low. Why did you think you struggled defending that?
We didn't do a good job of post defense before they caught the ball. We didn't do a good job of digging in the post. And then we allowed them to get deep position and get to their left shoulder. I think it's pronounced Harlan. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, and totally not being disrespectful, but he kicked our butt tonight, and he was terrific. He's been an efficient player everywhere he's been, starting at Niagara, especially from his second year on there at UNC Wilmington. and he really did a good job tonight. And then DJ Thomas came off the bench and did a good job. We have to get back to work, especially playing. This is the first time we've played against someone this year where they actively throw the ball inside a lot, and we didn't do a good job defending it.
From those empty possessions there in the second half, was guys trying to do too much? Is that what you felt?
I think we were trying to do too much, and that was one of the things that I was a little bit afraid of coming in when you're in this type of environment. Their defense is built to not let you try to just ISO and play, and we talked about that extensively coming in, showed film. I thought we did a good job of that early, but as the game went on, I thought we didn't do a good job. We weren't as good of a passing team as we needed to be today. And again, I thought just everything with the environment, and then when they went on a run, the crowd, I just thought we were a little bit overwhelmed. And again, it's good to see. It's not good to see. I don't want to make it seem like I wanted this to happen. This is not good, but it's the fourth game of the year. It's our first road game. We can learn a lot from this. We will learn a lot from this, and I'm anxious to see now how we respond and how we come back.
In particular, DJ Thomas, how much did they stick to the scout? Like, what were you expecting from him in terms of what you got?
You know, we knew he was a good player, and we knew he had talent. But, you know, our antenna was up for Huff and for Lorient. You know, Lorient's been their best player in the first 3 games and scored a lot. Obviously, Huff is like an atomic bomb. Like he just go, and when you're in this building, especially when he gets going for 3 or makes those threes, you know, it can get this place going. And so we really emphasized those guys. We were obviously had a lot of respect for Eagle staff. When you score 51 in the game and 40 against Alabama, we didn't want to allow him to get going. And then we knew, you know, about like we knew they had other good players. But Thomas did a really good job of taking advantage of opportunity tonight. You know, he made a 3. I think he had made 1 coming in and got some things around the basket. Did a good job.
Brandon had scored really well for you guys in the first 3 games. What did they do to maybe frustrate him tonight?
Well, you know, I thought there was a little bit of rust from Brandon with not playing. He really hadn't. Yesterday, he did some things in practice, didn't go through everything. It was a game time decision about him playing. I thought he scored it okay early in this game, but perhaps the conditioning of not doing anything for the last 3-4 days caught up a little bit. But again, we collectively didn't pass the ball well enough. We weren't strong enough at times in the game, and when you're playing against a team that's built where they're going to be in help, they're going to be like really over-exaggerated help. You know, you have to pass the basketball, and we didn't do a good job of that today.
Jeff, what are you hoping to see improvement-wise from Cam and Papa in terms of defending down low?
Yeah, well, that's the very first thing, defending down low. Our position defense, understanding tendencies, not allowing guys to get to where they want to get to. But it's not just them. You know, we have to dig better. We have to pressure the basketball, you know, a little bit better when they're trying to make entries. You know, a couple times, especially in the first half and even the start of the second half, you know, they went high-low. We didn't pressure the ball enough. We were just kind of off. We were just kind of there. We have to do a better job collectively of helping all of our guys with post defense.
Coach Cameron Corrigan had a good day shooting the ball percentage-wise, but he only had 7 attempts. Did they do anything in particular to limit him from that regard?
Yeah, they doubled him every time he touched it on the block. They sent someone from the baseline. I thought he did a really good job early in the game of passing out of the double, and we got some easy baskets and were able to score. But they did a good job of trying to limit him. Cam has been a pretty efficient player since he's been here, and certainly has been this year. And we have to do a better job of helping Cam. You know, this is the second time this year where we've played where, you know, team has doubled him, and so we have to do a better job of helping him and getting him in position to be able to attack it a little bit better. But I thought he did a good job of attacking it.
What did you make of Amari's start today, then maybe a little bit of the struggles later on?
I thought he got off to a good start. Again, I was anxious to see how he would handle the environment. I thought he got off to a good start. But when things started to spiral for us, I thought perhaps he maybe tried to do a little bit too much with the ball in his hands instead of just getting off of it, making the simple plays that are in front of you. But again, it's a learning experience. We'll learn from it. We'll get better. We'll watch film with him as we will with all the guys collectively and individually.